And we are back. This is like the 5th session within the series. I ended up having to do very, very short episodes just due to the fact that my voice hurt and I'm not used to talking very long. You may be wondering, don't fucking touch me, Ashley. Don't fucking touch me. Jesus. Why am I dripped out and why do I look like Ashley? Well, there's this thing in this game. I want to call it a glitch, but I don't think it's a glitch.
Specter?
What the fuck? Hold on, bitch. I'm talking. It's not a glitch. It's just pretty much the doctor lady that you end up saving from Fist. She ends up buying whatever you sell for like double the price or something along those lines. I don't think it's double, but it's something along those lines, right? And actually, I think it is double. She buys it for double the price. And then you go to the buyback to like some dude named LE1 in the markets. So I went to her, sold my expensive shit, and I'm gonna let you know, you seen how poor I was. I was selling my items, I was already doing all that. And so I had to like build up currency through this fucking method for 2 fucking hours. 2 hours to be able to buy a majority of the thing in the shop. But, and then I go to expat, and then I go to the buyback, and then I sell them again, and I pretty much make 50% on when I'm selling to her, to him, and it goes back and forth until you acquire wealth. So you can see, I only have 44k, right? Now, what I didn't see, what they don't tell you, what wasn't stated when I was looking at how to make money fast in this game, right? Because I wanted some of the items. I'm like, give them to me. I just fucking want them. Give them to me. Like, I want to clear out the shop. I've never cleared out the shop in any Mass Effect game. What they don't tell you is that if you kind of fuck it up or you sell more than one item, items that you bought at high prices just start fucking disappearing. So, like, here, some of the medical items, you see I don't have 4 and 5. Those fucking disappeared. They just disappeared. I couldn't buy them back from LE1. I couldn't do anything. They just fucking disappeared. So I was just like, okay then. And then a lot of my weapons started disappearing. And I was just like, oh, okay. Alright, you gotta do this a specific way. You just can't like min-max sell all your items. Because I was making like 80k per trip with all my items, and then my items started disappearing and I couldn't buy them back anymore. So I was just like, fuck man, this kind of sucks. So I ended up doing that to get a whole bunch of money, to get a whole bunch of items that look like they won't really change anything, if that makes any sense. It's just something I wanted to try. It's something I never did in this game. It's something that I never knew even existed, but I just really, really wanted to try using like an exploit. And it's not foolproof. It's definitely not foolproof, because I lost a whole bunch of items doing so. But doing so allowed me to get a better armor, which is in the same brand as Ashley. Where's that bitch at? Of course, running into a Turian. Ugh, she probably thinks it's like a squirrel and trying to overstep her. You know what's funny? I didn't even see this lady here.
Hello, Specter.
When I was
have
running
a business
back and forth.
proposition for you.
When I was buying out the Hagar's shop. Let's see. Hello, Specter. I have a business proposition for you. Yeah, the highest money I ended up going to is like 600k. So it wasn't really too much. Let's see. I have business for you. Good for you. What kind of response is that?
How did you know I'm a Specter?
Word travels. Your name comes up in certain circles. I'm acquainted with a pair of powerful crime bosses.
Oh, Jesus.
They're hiding on remote worlds, and I have the coordinates. You could do the galaxy a favor.
Am I gonna get assassinated? Like, this seems like too good to be true type of thing. Maybe people heard what I did to Fist, and they're like, you know what? You took down that guy. You can take down other criminals who also maybe probably want to go after me because I know too much. But you could do you know, the world a wonderful, wonderful gift. Let's see.
And what
her
do you get
interest.
out of this?
We share interests in certain cooperative
What's with that
ventures,
pause?
but their business practices have forced me to terminate our relationship.
Oh, of course.
Once they are dead, I will manage our organization in a more tasteful manner.
Of course. Of course. I could charge you,
You're
bitch.
obviously with them. Why don't I just arrest you instead?
Arrested for what? You and I are simply having a conversation. I have excellent legal representation. Arresting me would be a waste of your time.
Literal thought crimes. Literal thought crimes. All right, known crimes.
What crimes did these men commit?
They're red sand dealers who make victims of their customers. Those who can no
Oh,
longer pay
I remember
are
red
sold
sand.
to Batarians as slaves. They're loathsome, hurting innocent people. They must be ended.
Sure, I'll do it.
If they're as bad as you say they are, they need to be dealt with.
Listen, I
Excellent.
need chances to
Here are
get
the
Renegade,
coordinates.
baby.
When these men are dead, I will
I need
wait
chances
for you
to
at
get
the
Renegade.
third set
I
of
need
coordinates.
XP. I
Goodbye,
end up learning.
Commander.
You
It's
can't
been
even
a
get
pleasure
max
to meet
level
you.
in this game. Like, what the fuck is that? I ended up learning from looking through a mod that you have to. The only way to get max level is through having this legacy thing mod on. It's so dumb. It takes multiple playthroughs, which is interesting because this game has lots of different branching paths that there are people who are like veterans of this game, like who love this game, have played it. Let's see, Citadel Access. I guess I would have to go via. I was looking at that mod. I was like, oh yeah, why is there a mod for the Citadel Rapid Transit that takes you directly to the Normandy? Oh, I know why. Because you have to go through the Normandy via the CSEC. That's fucking annoying. And then we're gonna have to take the elevator down to CSEC Academy and then step forward 2 steps. Oh wait, no, here it is. So we could go to the docking bay. Because we're
Presidium
ready to
technicians
set
are
up.
struggling
We're
to
ready to
understand
leave.
why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently. Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do.
What?
CSEC is investigating the possible vandalism or misuse of public property.
It committed suicide? That's kind of interesting that it just ended up killing itself by wiping itself to protect itself. It's very interesting. Let's see, load game. I just wanted to go to load game so you guys see like the playtime. Like this is when I started to do it, right? And then this is after the fact. So it only took like an hour. Only took like an hour to do what I needed to do. All right, let's see. Ambassador Uda. Time to leave.
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
Really now?
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Specter. Treat her well, Commander.
What's going
I
on?
want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Specter can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
What the? There's
Come
more to
clean
this.
with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Specters.
You should have told. I've already.
happened?
You already told me.
I failed. I couldn't make the cut. It's not something I'm proud of.
That's
Ask me
not
later
what
and I'll tell
happened.
you
That's
the
not
whole
what you
story.
told me.
For now,
Okay,
all you need
there
to
we
know is I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
Yeah,
Saren's not going to get away this
Man,
time.
I would think my
Saren's
Shepherd,
gone.
based on his
Don't even try
background,
to find
would
him.
totally
But we know what he's after. The
idolize
Council.
this man.
He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharaoh
She's like-
system
he's like
shortly
my big
before our
boss.
colony there dropped out of
I'm
contact.
naked
and there have
shepherd.
been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
Is that it?
Anything else?
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording. She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows.
Wait,
Her
what?
name's
The
Liara,
main
Dr.
bad
Liara
guy's
Tassoni.
daughter is
We have
Liara?
reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
What the fuck?
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau Club.
It's your decision, Commander.
But your actions still reflect on humanity.
I love that they give us options.
You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
That's your job,
I'll take
motherfucker.
care of Saren. You
My
take care
job's
of
to
the
go out
political
and on
fallout.
this pony chase. And yours is to
Exactly
clean
the
up my
answer I was
mess.
looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Specter.
Did
I
my
have a
race
meeting
change?
to get to.
Am I
Captain
now
Anderson
Specter?
can answer any questions you might have.
Is Specter a race, sir? Is this tiefling all over again? I don't think so. You better watch your goddamn mouth around me, bucko. I will say, regarding that that quest that we ended up getting from that lady, the hostile takeover from Miss Blake, I think. Hiring a member of criminal cartel, she asked you to eliminate 2 of her unpleasant compatriots. Her, I think my Shepard, due to where he came up with, he would like work with criminals to be able to take down other criminals, which is a very mafioso thing to do, just in general. But if you get caught, you're a fucking little rat, you little fucking rat. Captain,
Yes, Commander?
are you okay, buddy?
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing, but you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Man, would have been sick if he came in the last moment and he like
Tell
helps
me what
fuck
happened
up
with you and Saren
right?
20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Specters. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why hide this? What happened? Doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. But
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries.
what the fuck
plan
is
was
a
simple.
Batarian? I need to
Sneak
look
into the
up what a
plant,
Batarian is.
capture the
'cause I don't-
scientist,
it's not
sneak
coming to my
back out.
mind.
Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
Why was anyone hurt? That's a little extreme.
Sounds like overkill to me.
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds.
Yeah, for me to
The whole
talk,
place
right?
was on fire.
My character to talk. Oh,
Black
yeah.
chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500.
God
Mostly
damn.
civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated. Mission accomplished. And I ended up taking the blame. That
He's
ended all
like the
talk of me
worst
joining the Spectres.
nightmare version of what you expect
Saren
a
caused
Spectre
the
to be.
explosion. How'd he
Right?
pin it
When
on you?
Spectres talk about, when
In
they
his
talk about
report,
Spectres, he's
Saren
like the
accused me
worst
of blowing
nightmare.
the
Like you.
He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming
You
a
know how
Spectre.
people have like these kind of like crazy, overarching, dramatic responses to things, right? To situations where it's always like the worst possible thing could happen. Like Saren is like the worst possible thing that could fucking happen. Like he was like, oh, he killed 500 people just so he could take out one person, right? It's not known officially because Saren's like viewed as like a fucking god. He's viewed as like, oh my god, he's just such a good boy, such a good little Saren boy, you know. But it ended up getting blamed on Anderson. But like, it's insane. It's insane.
Why'd
He's
you
like
let him
the
get
worst
away with
nightmare.
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to?
He seems like Omega
or their
evil.
best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start.
They're building him up
I
as
should have
like
been more
Omega
careful.
evil,
Maybe I could have
never to
stopped
be
things before they
redeemed.
got out of hand.
Killing 500 people, no issue. But I don't know. I feel like he shouldn't be built up like that. If that makes any sense, I'm not exactly sure. I changed the resolution of my screen, and I just noticed that it fucked up the recording. So that's very
Don't blame
interesting.
yourself, Captain.
That's not very cool.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Specters. If so, he pulled
This
it off.
doesn't matter. That's not
Why'd you
fair.
let him get away with it?
Who do you think the council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start.
It wasn't your fault. Forget about.
I should have been
past.
more
Let's
careful.
forget
The
about
only
the
thing
past,
I care
baby.
about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need me.
Oh, damn, man, he got fucked. All right, let's see. Let's see what the Batarians look like before I go mess with the, let's see, non-console races.
In the
Batarians.
early 2160s,
Really
the
now?
Alliance began aggressive colonization of worlds in the Skyllian Verge, much to the dismay of the Batarians, who had been developing the region for several decades. In 2171, the Batarians petitioned the Council to declare the Verge a zone of Batarian interest. The Council refused, however, declaring unsettled worlds in the region open to human colonization. In protest, the Batarians closed their Citadel embassy and severed official diplomatic relations with the Council, effectively becoming a rogue state. They instigated a proxy war in the Verge by funneling money and weapons to criminal organizations, urging them to strike at human colonies.
What the
Hostilities
fuck
peaked
is
with the Skyllian
happening?
Blitz of 2176.
What is
An attack on the
happening?
human capital of Elysium by Batarian-funded pirates and slavers. In 2178, the Alliance retaliated with a crushing assault on the moon of Torfin, long used as a staging base by Batarian-backed criminals. In the aftermath, the Batarians retreated into their own systems and are now rarely seen in Citadel space.
What the fuck happened? How? They took it in the worst possible fucking way, and you're like, you know what? Attack the humans. Attack the humans. Fuck the humans. Just, dude, it seems like everyone is absolutely against us just because of how loud and annoying we are. Alright, let me fix the fucking window. God damn, man. Alright, we're all good. Hey, everything's all fixed. It should have been some wonky stuff for a little bit, but hey, I'll be able to fix it in post. You might be,
Stand by, shore party.
it might have been letterbox for a
progress.
bit. The game
Heard
might
what
have
happened
been
to Captain
stretched
Anderson.
and a little bit letterbox.
Survives 100 battles and then gets taken down by backroom politics. Just watch your back, Commander. Things go bad on this mission, you're next on their chopping block.
I'm ready.
Saren's out there somewhere, and we're gonna find him.
I'm
Everyone
in
on
my
this ship's
casual
behind you,
trip,
Commander.
and I'm
100%.
ready.
Intercom's open. If you got anything you want to say to the crew, now's the time.
I need to be honest with them. Let's keep this short. No, we do things my way. I feel like being honest with them would be the thing, but it's gonna give me Paragon. Now we do things my way. Maybe we'll say like fuck it, and we're gonna do our things my way for Saren, huh?
Listen up, Normandy.
This is your commander speaking. We have our orders. Find Saren before he finds the conduit. And I refuse to let anything get in the way of that mission.
Remember Eden Prime.
We all know what happened on Eden Prime.
We saw the destruction, we saw the bodies, we saw what Saren did. And I plan to make him pay.
Saren can't hide from us. Humanity must do its part. Humanity must.
For too long, our species has stood apart from the others.
Now it's time for us to step up and do our part for the rest of the galaxy.
God damn
Time to
it,
show them
the
what
audio
humans are
is
made of.
insanely loud. Saren can't hide from us.
Wherever Saren goes, we'll follow.
Wherever he searches for the conduit, we'll be there. We will hunt him to the very ends of the galaxy and bring him down.
Everyone's counting us. We must not fail. We have no other options.
This is the most important mission any of us have ever been on.
The fate of an entire galaxy is at stake. We will stop Saren, no matter what the cost.
Well said, Commander. Captain will be proud.
Yeah, Ashley's like, ew, what the fuck are these two monsters standing next to me? Who left their dog and cat here? The fuck? I won't let him down. Not if we fail. He doesn't matter anymore. I won't let him down.
The captain gave up everything so I could have this chance. We can't fail.
Yes, sir.
Oh, bitch. Get that away from me. Get it away from me. How dare they? How dare they force me? Oh boy, the galaxy map. Oh, Jesus. Oh man, is this the game with the fuel? This is the one that has the fuel, right? Oh, fuck. Alright, let's see. Let's talk to our fellows. Our fellows. Caden, permanently benched. I'm sorry, Caden. I'm sorry, man. Permanently fucking benched. Damn, brother. Shit, that sucks. One day, you know? What?
Anything you need, Commander?
Looking for personal input, tactical appraisal.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
I don't see how we could have done things any better. At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Okay.
We'll talk another time.
That's very cool. Alright, you just kind of get in like an idea for him. Shepherd's locker, swimmer locker is sleeper pod. Give me a codex story. Give me some tasty stuff. I'm surprised I didn't see this. Alright, let's see. I guess I'm assuming I'm gonna have to go down to be able to talk to beer. There's my favorite chocolate bar over there. Chocolates. Oh, Jesus, give me a chocolate. Personal manual. Does this computer do anything? Okay. If I remember, one of the Mass Effect games, you could just kind of like customize things. Alright, so we gotta go deep down. Activate the elevator. Yikes. Is this a loading screen? Most likely it is. I see we got Garrus over there, we got Rex, we got Ashley, everyone chilling in the brig, Alliance Requisition Officer. Okay, so that guy I could buy stuff from. And then over here is Tali. Alright, let's go talk to Rex and them. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I have gone through Rex's storyline and all that stuff, and I think I have to go through Rex's storyline to be able to, what's his name? Mutt? I don't even remember his name, actually, to be able to get my son. So.
Nice ship you've got, Shepard.
Thanks, babe.
What can I do for you?
Personal inquiry.
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
That's right. So sick and cool.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Just short. Don't be an ass. Have it your way. Just a short one. Come on, don't be an ass.
You
baby.
Krogan live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Big deal. What a response.
They tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
Of course it is. Oh my god, it isn't.
Seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
I see your point.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
Do I just have to be an asshole during this?
I don't
Like, what is
expect
this?
you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Touchy subject?
I was just making conversation.
Your ignorance doesn't... As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
Whoa, what?
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
Extinction genophage. What's going on here?
People really die?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
Really now?
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight. So we leave. Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Just an entire mercantile race.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solari. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. and no one's rushing.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw? Ask Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for? It's just who we are, Shepard.
Yeah, their kind of ideas on things are kind of like a little bit fucked, just due to the fact they love being aggro.
So long,
but you know, their intro to us is just like, oh yeah, they used to die fighting monsters, or they died fighting like wildlife, and now they die like the thing that kills Krogans the most are like a shot to the fucking head. So that's very interesting. Let's see, Ashley.
Commander?
Can we talk? How are we doing?
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Kinda wish you'd got there sooner, Commander. No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
We tried to get here sooner. That we save your unit? We tried to get here sooner.
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
That
yes,
you abandoned, Ashley?
If I'd been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
You couldn't know? Be more alert, don't blame yourself? I'm gonna have
The
to
Geth are
Paragon my way
perfect
through
ambushers.
this.
They don't move, they don't make noise, they don't even breathe.
Sir, they have flashlight heads. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Do you have a few minutes to talk one-on-one?
Flashlight heads.
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared. I wouldn't mind talking more later.
Dismissed, Chief.
Dismissed, bitch. Fucking how dare you? How dare you? What's going on, Garrus?
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander. I knew working with the Specter would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with a Specter before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Specters make their own rules. You're free to handle things your
I
way.
will say,
CSEC, you're buried by
Garrus
rules.
joining
Damn
us just
bureaucrats are
randomly
always
like
on your
this,
back.
it feels kind of crazy because I'm assuming that he quit his job, but we didn't see it. We didn't get permission. None of that happened. True.
Being a Specter does have its advantages.
Exactly my point. If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it. But
Like, I
CSEC
understand
wants it
Rex
done
joining,
their
but
way.
Garrus?
Protocol and procedure come first. That's
Like,
why
I know he wants to chase after Saren, but like, can CSEC leave? Is that what I'm assuming?
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
No, he just quit.
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. CSEC's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
It's a tough decision. You'll get over it. Forget about it.
I hope you made the right choice. I'd hate for you to regret it.
Well, that's sort of why I teamed up with you. And
Hey,
without
you get to
CSEC
fuck me in the other
headquarters looking
games.
over my shoulder,
So that's pretty
maybe
good.
I can
CSEC
get the
headquarters
job
looking
done
over my
my
shoulder.
way
Well,
for a
maybe you can.
change.
Sounds good to me. Come on, sounds good.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see
Thank you,
fit.
Commander.
No problem, baby boy. No problem. All right, let's see.
Looking for supplies?
Sure.
Let's see what you've got.
You bet.
What you got, baby? Look at it. Look at these expensive Specter Master gear, prototype sniper rifle. Look at this, the Specter gear. What the fuck is this? The Scorpion, the Hammers, the Avengers. I have a majority of these already. And then what else is at the bottom? I want to save up and get this. I really like the pistols. And I kind of looked up how you're supposed to build a shotgun, because I was just like, man, the shotguns, they aren't doing enough damage for me to want to use them. But apparently, you're supposed to do this. Where are they at? The mods, high caliber, damage, fire rate, absorption. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to just like make them have this as much damage as they possibly can. And if the cooldown reduction is like fucking reduced, who gives a fuck? Doesn't matter. Nothing really too crazy here. So you're just supposed to build them so you do a shit ton of damage. Let's see. Can I see what mods I have on this? I can't even see. Oh, I have a toxic on it. Okay, why not? Very cool, very cool. I want to save up to get that Specter handgun, I guess. Engineer Adams, Tali.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this
What?
before.
I can't hear you
believe
behind
were
the
able to
sound
fit it
of
into
how
a ship
loud the
this
fucking
small.
ambiance of this game is. God damn.
I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
The ship's special, gathering information on us. The ship's
Normandy's a
special.
prototype. Cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in
Oh my god, I cannot think. I literally
have to thank
cannot
you again
think.
for bringing me along.
The background
Traveling
music
on a
is
vessel
so
like this
fucking
is a dream
loud.
come true for me.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
I should have said goodbye and see if there's like audio settings. I don't think there are audio
Is the key to the
settings.
survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can.
Yeah?
Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
300 years ago?
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work.
Yeah, the poop ships. Brown.
Tried to
I
make
just
ourselves
remember them
as
being very
independent as
brown when
possible
we were
on the
standing
flotilla.
outside them. We were
Grow our
standing
own food,
in like the
mine, and
hall of
process
waters
our own
about that.
fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity.
So they make their own fuel,
requires
so that's
raw
pretty
materials
interesting.
We just don't have. That's
I was
where
wondering about that when
pilgrimages
we were
are so
talking
important.
about them. Quarians get pilgrimage, alright.
I should go.
See you later.
See you later, alligator. Alright, let's see. See, sound. Sound. Dialogue, sound effect, volume. Dialogue volume, music volume. Let's turn this shit down. God damn. I can't believe it took the whole fucking game for me to do that. I'm so fucking dumb. God damn. Because sometimes it's so fucking loud, even when I'm editing it, I have to make it less loud.
Hey, Shepard. You need something?
Tell me about your people.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce.
I can't
and we are
romance you in this
constantly
game.
on the move.
I believe I can only really
Everything we do
romance
must
Ashley
in some
and
way contribute
Liara,
to the
I think.
continuation of the migrant fleet. There are
And I'm gonna have to go
17
with fucking
million
Ashley.
Quarians
God
in the
damn
flotilla,
it.
And each of us relies on the others.
Because she was
for
on the
survival.
bench in my previous
The bonds
playthroughs,
among
at
my
least from
people
what I
are
remember.
strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point.
Oh, everyone has
Of
only
course, we
child
also
energy.
can't
Very
allow our
sad.
numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline,
You got a
the rule against single
fucker.
births
I like it.
is
Good old
temporarily
Abe.
repealed.
Running
In
this space
extreme
Japanese
cases of
colony.
population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births. Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship
Please
can elect
have
a
sex.
representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately,
Jesus.
most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials.
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction.
In
The
theory.
5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency.
It just feels like if they
To do so
ever get in
requires
conflict, they're
unanimous
just
agreement
fucked.
among the Admiralty. And they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well.
Huh.
In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
That's pretty sick. Let's talk about the
I
Geth.
want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Now, is this like a self-imposed exile, or is this kind of like Like the Alliance won't let them settle anywhere. I really don't understand this.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
AI research illegal? Is it? Oh, so what we seen earlier was like bad. That's interesting. With that AI that we ended up killing, ended up committed suicide after we blew it up and it erased itself. If I can erase its memory and everything, all its data. Okay, AI research is illegal.
How come the council didn't step in?
I feel like it would be perfect.
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. A million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
Why? That... why does it feel like that's just gonna be bad? You're either gonna end up with like murder machines or literally Her, you know? The movie Her. Also, just to mention again, so those of you watching who are aware, I know that Tali and her people, it's one of the things that was introduced with them in their description. They can't survive in specific environments and they need these suits to be able to do so. But obviously, when you're settling planets, you make it so you can live on it, just like the US, or excuse me, not the US, the US isn't the world. The world, the Earth, ended up settling on Mars, and they made it so they could live in that environment, right? I'm wondering why they just don't do that. They have so many people, but maybe it's just a giant resource issue, because they seem pretty self-efficient, but it can't last at all. It can't. Their ships are just going to
the Geth
rust
share
away.
brain power?
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in a group, the smarter they are.
It's like they were born to be burnt out slowly like a candle.
So there's some sort of group consciousness?
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information. Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an individual awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get... As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence. Am I alive? Why am I here?
Jesus.
What is my purpose?
The purpose is to give
As
me
you
butter.
can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Yeah, no shit, brother. What happened next?
What did you do?
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
What did you expect? They defended themselves. It wasn't your fault.
You're the ones who started the war. The Geth were just fighting for their survival.
It wasn't your fault.
We had no other choice. The Geth were already on the verge of revolution. By acting quickly, we had a chance to end the war before it began. The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld.
Brother, goddamn.
We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they
Well, you
never
know what?
came
It's
beyond
probably
the
super
veil.
hard to fight just due
Now
to
we
if their
drift
suits
through
get
space,
compromised, they're fucked. They
exiles
just die.
searching for a way to reclaim what was
They get
once ours.
poisoned. Allergy to death. Serves you right. Yikes. Yikes.
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another
We
species.
made a mistake when we created the
What a
If
shit
we had
response
not
on both
acted
of
then,
us. I don't
why
want
do
to tell
you
her
think they cut
that.
themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
I didn't mean to offend you.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get
Brother,
so
I said the most fucked up thing you could say. God
I want to know
damn.
more about the pill.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a...
We've already kind of
This
talked
is
about
presented
this.
as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join.
Do they always
Can a
accept
captain choose to reject the
That
gift?
doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society.
Really now?
Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
Huh.
Like what?
Okay, understand.
See you
So
later.
I kind of got, I was thinking about it, I was like, what? Like, do they just accept shit sometimes? And they're like, okay, I guess, you know, that's just how we do, right? That's just how we roll. This is how we do. This is how we roll. This is how we bring. Alright, let's see. Let's get our ass up here. God. Salute me, sir. Thank you. Got anything to say, Presley?
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure.
Carry
about
on, Presley.
Yes,
Oops,
sir.
Didn't mean to do that. Sorry.
Yes, Commander.
Aliens on the ship. How do you feel about
Speak
this?
freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
He said he had an issue with
It's
that
not
Turian,
that,
brother.
Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop it. We don't need their help.
Never turn away
Some
help,
people think
buddy.
asking for help
I
is a
guess
sign-
so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
How did you end up...
We were one of the first reinforcements to arrive at Elysium after the Blitz hit. Those raiders were no match for an Alliance frigate. Of course, the only reason the colony was still standing.
So since there's no AI...
I can't believe you held out as long as you did.
So since there's no AI...
How'd you end up
I
on
got
the
my
moon?
officer's commission after...
Carry on, Presley.
Yes,
like,
sir.
Is everything done manually? Like, I really don't understand. It kind of confuses me. I feel like this ship would just be kind of ran half-heartedly by AI, kind of like cars are now, you know?
Commander.
At least he...
Something you need?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
he talks a big talk
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet.
Really
Top of my
now?
class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
What disease?
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic. I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands.
He's
I'll
like a
make her
bird.
dance for you.
You think he
Just
could
don't
fly?
ask me
You
to get
think
up
he
and
could
dance unless
fly?
you know you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Oh, that totally makes sense. He's like a bird who have hollow bones, which allows him to fly extremely well. which is why he's an amazing pilot, even though that really doesn't, you know, really work, really, to be honest with you. But, you know, I kind of see what they were doing with that. That's pretty cool.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Yeah, right.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Were you unhappy?
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
All right, see you. That sounds so like... that sounds so real. That was kind of weird. Hey, salute me. Thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh boy, time for this shit. All right, let's save all those conversations that we just had. Here we go.